improve. He also became more optimistic. His family became more optimistic, despite the trauma of the shooting.
I hope the dangers are nearly past. My heart is full of gratitude, so full that I have no words wherewith to express it.
Lucretia Garfield becomes a very important figure during the summer of 1881. There's a great outpouring of sympathy and support for the president and for the First Lady as well. She's almost always by his side. She's in the White House with him. She's taking care of him, trying to nurse him back to health.
Oh, they won't like that. That made her look very strange.
Never mind, Molly. Please tell me I don't look like this.
Pulse 106. Sir, they've done Mrs. Garfield a great injustice.
Thank you, Doctor.
It's one shot. Very good. Yes. Good. Now, try to relax.
Mrs. Garfield.
Silas.
How is he?
He's so much better. We've been spared. Dr. Bliss, I'd like to introduce a family friend and the president's cousin, Dr. Silas Boynton.
Dr. Bliss. Dr. Boynton.
I hope you don't mind. I asked him to come.
Certainly. I'm afraid you wasted your time, Doctor. The crisis has passed.
I hope you don't mind if Dr. Boynton stays. It would be a comfort to see a familiar face.
Of course, madam. We're due to change the president's dressings, so you both will step outside. I would very much like to observe, if you don't mind. As you wish.
Thank you so much for coming, Silas.
Give me a hand. Sir, won't you take this? You, sir. Be easy. Very good, sir. Just going to change your dressing.
Bliss, like most of the doctors in the United States, didn't really even believe in germs at that time. They wouldn't even change or wash their surgical aprons. They felt that the more blood and pus that was encrusted on them, the more experience it showed.
The germ theory was in the air, but it was still a theory. One of the most important popularizers of germ theory was a Scottish surgeon named Joseph Lister, who said to himself, if there are living germs in the air while surgeons are operating, that could be the source of wound infections. So I am going to experiment as a surgeon by using disinfectant. And he chose carbolic acid as his disinfectant of choice. So antisepsis was the removal of germs, is what the phrase meant. He does this starting in the mid-1860s, and he sees a spectacular reduction in postoperative infection. By the early 1870s, there's an awareness of Lister's theory and Lister's technique. Did everyone believe Lister? No.
Like many other doctors, Bliss believed that antisepsis was still too unproven, and he's not going to risk the president's health on any sort of newfangled medical ideas. He thought it was ridiculous to fear something you couldn't even see.
Good, sir. Good. You just get some rest. The wound looks inflamed. Have you cleaned it? Doctor, shall we go over the prognosis? Dr. Boynton, you may be the president's cousin, but he is my patient. What are you talking about? What is the nature of your practice? I
don't have a practice. I teach at the Women's Homeopathic Medical College in Cleveland.
And what experience do you have with gunshot wounds?
None to date.
I have been practicing for 36 years, including 2 years as chief of surgery at the Armory Hospital here during the war. I don't know what the war was like for you in Cleveland, but my lighter duties included treating thousands of gunshot wounds. So, you may observe, but you will not interfere, and you will not offer your opinions in front of the president or Mrs. Garfield. Do you understand, Dr. Bliss? The president has appointed me as his personal physician. I think we should trust his judgment.
Dr. Bliss had a genuine affection for Garfield. They'd been friendly growing up in Ohio, and had both survived the crucible of the Civil War. During the war, Bliss had risen to the top echelons of the Army's medical department. But afterward, his career was almost destroyed by Washington's medical establishment, in part because he took a
in 1 sec.
Remember, every minute
publicly
after
branded
9:30,
a quack. Bliss
you lose.
lost his practice
Small.
and his reputation. One of the few men who stood by him in that dark hour was Representative James Garfield. Bliss renounced homeopathy, but it took years to recover his reputation.
Just leave it.
He emerged from the experience deeply reluctant to embrace new ideas in medicine.
It tastes like water. It tastes like someone poured water
Get
in
in bed.
Bliss gave no credence to the warnings about cleanliness coming from Boynton and others.
It's weird.
Instead, he administered morphine every day, along with brandy and an assortment of rich foods, which Garfield was unable to keep down.
He sat for portraits. He wrote his autobiography, which he sent to the New York Herald to be published.
Okay.
He even made it known that he was looking for a wife. He hoped to find a wealthy young woman.
Hold that.
He believed that the American people were with him.
Okay.